push an evolution taking you away from God. When you take your kids to the zoo, they're getting indoctrinated, taken away from God. Look at this is the same thing. Do you want to know what a platypus is? It's a beaver with a couple prosthetics slapped on it. That's what you're watching. Look, this is the same thing.
This here is Hans Wormhat. His channel is Conspiracy by Hans 4. Wait a minute. We know this guy from somewhere. I've heard this voice. I know this.
But this inversion process is not 100%. I think that's where I come from. I think that they tried to make me an MTF, but it didn't work. I think that they even tried to raise me in the cult, even though the inversion didn't work. Maybe they would have tried to get me to chop it off later or something. I don't want to think about it.
Oh, he's the tranny guy. That's right. Hans has a lot of crazy theories about everything, but this theory on trannies and elites is a good one. I mean, while we're taking a peek at it, I wonder if there's anything else crazy right at a finger's grasp from here.
Those are the chemical eunuchs, the in utero trannies. Females with a penis, males with a vagina.
Well, shit. There goes any hope of monetizing this in the future.
And with these ones, I think you have a lot of instances of one ball. So there's way too many quote-unquote men out there with one ball stories.
All right. Since this came up, it must be told. So one night, we're all playing Xbox. This is the early O's, I guess, and we're in high school. A friend that will remain nameless puts the controller down and disappears for a while. After about a half hour, we go to look for him. We find him on the staircase with a pack of ice on his testicles, and his parents are coming to take him to the hospital. Turns out they got twisted up. They had to cut half of one of his testicles off because a blood vessel overfilled and exploded in a sack. So let that thought stay with you every time you ask her to fondle the balls, boys.
So this is a video on the platypus. The platypus is a fake animal. Do you want to know what the platypus is? It's a beaver with prosthetics on it.
Excuse me? Compare me to that shiny build mother.
You have no idea how many animals out there are just fake. They're humans in suits.
Psst, you're on. What was that? You're on. Oh, shit.
It's a dual role for an animal. They take a beaver, they slap some prosthetics on it, boom, you have yourself a new animal. It's a ridiculous animal, the platypus.
Yeah, for once I kind of agree with Hans. I mean, have you seen this tiny little adorable little thing? Have you seen this thing?
And they use this one to push wacky evolution. The platypus has we'll let, nobody says it better than National Geographic, The Incredible Platypus. Here we have it.
Whoa. Copyright material. Not showing this. But in the meanwhile, I did get us some entertainment. I called up the Beaver Hole, and they've got some room for us down there. So we're going to go watch some strippers.
Use this to push wacky evolution. So we're going to watch some footage. You can let me know what you think. Here's Beaver. I don't know. This was just really mostly cute. Look at these cute beavers. But they take the beavers and they slap some prosthetics on them.
I just started laughing when he said slapping the beaver with prosthetics. Yeah, I'm a child.
So here are the prosthetics. They give them the duck bill. They put fake feet on them, right? And then they cover the beaver tail. They just cover it with a beaver felt to make it furry. So that's it. You have 4 leg prosthetics. You have a face prosthetic, and you cover the tail. That's how you make a platypus.
Well, that's just outrageous. I've never heard of such a weird thing. Oh, hey, look, it's Ragical again. How's it going, Ragical? Oh, hey, Fight 2. How's it going, guys? Haha, we back for another party? What's happening? You just missed it. We were all down at the Beaver Hole. What's the matter? You're not talking. What do you got in your hand? I don't really like where this is going. I'm just gonna go over here right now.
Hey, grab that beaver. I didn't mean... You know what I meant.
Here in a second, you can tell it's look right here. Boom. A real platypus would know that it has a bill. Look at that. This is great footage right there. Boom. If this was real, it would know.
Where the f*** did Ragical and Fight Flat go? Whatever. Let's just talk about Australia and what made it the way it is and why the platypus is in fact a ridiculous creature. Nobody knows more about this subject than this guy though, so take it away.
Hello all, it's your Lord Jesus. My father foresaw the coming of the Aussie, and so he parted the land and set Australia afloat, putting it on an evolutionary journey that would culminate in the formation of a Wolfie 6020. This creature will then learn to fly. Back to you, Mr. Beaver.
Thanks, Jesus. I know Hans won't listen to me, but maybe you'll convince him. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Australia broke free from the supercontinent millions of years ago. It then began floating on its own with no link to the other continents, and its evolution began a journey that was very different than in other places. This is why we get ridiculous animals like kangaroos, koala bears, and platypuses. Anyways, let's watch a little bit more of this ludicrousness while I go pry these damn things off my face.
Reasons you can tell it's fake. Well, here, I think that if you have God-given discernment, you can tell that it's a beaver with prosthetics on, and it's trying to get its prosthetics off. You can tell, look, it's trying to rub the prosthetic off. All of them. It hates it. They're like, oh, I'm tickling you. No, it's freaking out trying to get the prosthetics off. Look at that. Does that look real to you? It just looks like a rubber prosthetic to me. That doesn't look like a duck's bill at all. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should, since this thing is part duck, let's compare that to a duck's bill. What about the venom?
And this is
Jessica, watch out for the venom!
Female platypus, and she was bred here as part of our
Sure she was. I'm sure she was.
Hillsdale Sanctuary was the...
What about the venom, Jessica? Watch out! It's gonna get you.
There you go, I got that shit off. A few more points to make here. The platypus is not part duck, ya moron. Just because we name something duck-billed doesn't make it part duck. The sperm whale isn't part sperm, although, fun fact, whalers used to think the fluid known as spermaceti produced on their heads was sperm. While it's not sperm, clearly, scientists still don't fully understand the function of this fluid. As for the poison, Jessica, well, Jessica knows that the platypus's hind leg spurs only secrete poison during mating season, and so I'm sure she feels just fine with the little critter. And last, a beaver can weigh up to 55 pounds, while the average platypus ranges from 1.5 to 5 pounds. It's safe to say that beavers have shits as big as most platypuses. And hey, Hans, the next time you talk about my family like that... Anyways, thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to like, comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button.